say hi to someone maybe that you don't know. Yeah. Perfect. We're going to get started seated. So find yourself in a comfortable seated position. You can be crisscross applesauce. You can have your feet underneath you, knees together, knees wide. Like, find yourself a comfortable seat. Beautiful. Maybe not that comfortable. Yeah. Perfect. Shoulders stacked over hips. Open heart. Shoulder blades pinching together. Allowing your collarbone to open wide. You can close your eyes. Begin deepening your breath. Just creating some space for yourself here to arrive back home into your body. Maybe do a full body scan here. Just noticing the pieces of you that might feel a little sticky or tense. The pieces of you that feel relaxed. Just noticing. Open your eyes. Child's pose. Knees out wide, big toes together to touch. Sink your hips back and down towards your heels. Ground down through all 10 of your fingers, all 10 of your toes. Still mindfully breathing here. Tabletop. You're going to bring your wrist creases directly underneath your shoulders. Your hips are stacked right on top of your knees. Inhale, look up, drop your belly. Exhale, look down towards your knees, round through your spine. Again, inhale, look up. Exhale. Round through your spine. Look down. Beautiful. Last time. Look up. Full breath in. Exhale. Round through your spine. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. Hands are shoulders width distance. Feet are hips width distance. Take some movement in your downward facing dog. Yeah, take any movement that your body needs. Walk your feet back about 2. Yes, perfect. You got it. One more. No, leave your hands. Yes, there. Press down through your hands. Everyone, ground down through the triads of your hands. That's going to be your pointer finger, your thumb knuckle, and the meaty flesh in between. Like you're trying to press your chest towards the tops of your thighs. Set your drishti, your gaze, in between your 2 big toes, or maybe towards the middle of your mat, depending on what feels good for your spine here. Together, full breath in. Clear it out. Again, big belly breath in. Sigh it out. Look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift at the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Reach back slightly. Exhale, bow down, forward folds. Beautiful. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Always have the option of dropping your knees down for your plank. Press down through your hands so much that you're protracting through your shoulders. So you're pressing down, lifting out of your shoulder girdles here. Core is active. Pull the pit of your belly up here. Keep your tail low to the earth. Yes. Come up high onto the balls of your feet so your heels stack over your toe mounds. Yes, there it is. Full breath in. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Look forward. Walk your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Reach up, extended mountain pose. Lift up out of your side body. Maybe reach back slightly. Forward fold. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, plank pose. Plant your hands, step your feet back. Mindfully breathing still. Downward facing dog. Bring a micro bend into all of your joints, so your knees and your elbows. And notice how your arms completely light up now. Now your arms are working when you're not locking out your joints. You're not using your bone strength anymore, you're using your muscles. And they were made to work. They can do this, they can handle it. You're just in downward facing dog for a few moments, a few breaths. Together, inhale. Empty all the way out. Look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Halfway up. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Reach up. Extended mountain pose. Reach back for a small back bend. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Chaturanga Dandasana. High to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. All right, let's break down our Chaturanga Dandasana. Everyone come down onto your knees. So when you're in your plank pose, right? This is your high plank, low plank. You're hugging everything into your center. You're hugging your elbows in towards your ribs here. From there, roll over your toes, upward facing dog, and then downward facing dog. Right? Let's do it again. Downward facing dog. Your best downward facing dog right now. The best down dog that you can offer yourself in this moment here. Pressing down through your hands. Pressing down through the centers of both of your heels. Getting long through the backs of your legs. Roll forward, plank pose. Full breath in. Lower down halfway on your exhale. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. So this is like the flow, the vinyasa of yoga, right? Matching your breathing to your movements. Look forward, jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up, inhale. Fold forward. Utkatasana, chair pose, reach up. Yeah, have a seat. Your feet can be together, or your feet can be hips width distance. It's really your personal preference as to what feels best within your body here. But everyone look down at your toes. Make sure you can see your toes, right? So sit your weight back into your heels. There should be more weight in your heels than in the tips of your toes. Beautiful. Core is very active here. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. You can, and if you can, you must, right? Reach up a little more. Drop your tailbone a little more. Breathe here. Your breath can relax every fiber of your being if you allow it. But if you hold your breath, right, then the opposite effect will happen. Forward folds. Halfway up. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Exhale it out. Still pressing down through your hands. Pressing down through your feet. Micro bend in your joints. Yeah, beautiful. Right leg goes up. Warrior one on the right side. You want to create a square shape with your front leg. So your front knee is stacked directly over your front ankle. You're grounded down through the four corners of your front foot. And so while all of that is happening in your front leg, you're very active through your back leg as well. You're pressing down through the pinky toe edge of your back foot. And from there, you begin reaching up, right? Once you have a solid foundation. Staying with your breath. Maybe just for like a few moments, a few breaths, that's all you focus on, is just your full inhales and your full exhales. Allowing yourself to be fully present in this moment, right here. Bend into your front knee a little more. Don't be afraid of those sensations in your body. Like maybe your quad is lighting up. You're feeling sensations in your quad. Maybe you feel it in your shoulders. Reach up a little more and then relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Yeah, beautiful. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog on the exhale. As a community, inhale fully. Let it go. Left foot goes up. Warrior one on the left side. You can do this. Remember that square shape with your front leg. You don't really want your knee to extend past your toes, right? So stack your knee right on top of your front ankle bone. Pressing down through the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Hugging in through your core here. Reach up. Palms are turned in, right? Like you're holding a beach ball. Your breath. Maybe noticing if your thoughts are carrying you out of your body, out of this room, and just coming back home to your breath. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Roll forward, plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll forward, plank. Let it go, downward facing dog. Like, do you notice the importance here of matching your movements to your breathing? Right? One more, roll forward, plank. Let it go, downward facing dog. Look forward, jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up. Folds. Chair pose. Reach up. You guys can sit down like 5 more inches. Like really. Come on. Maybe instead of like being like a no in your head for this, maybe you're a yes. Maybe right now you're showing up as a yes, just for this pose. Notice if you're reaching your hands to the front of the room, try reaching them up to the ceiling as your tailbone is descending down. You can. Forward fold, let it go. Halfway up. Plank pose. Plant your hands, step your feet back one at a time. Breath in. Downward facing dog on your exhale. Right foot goes up. Warrior one, right side. Still breathing. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Like really activate your deep core muscles. Keep reaching up and then relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Yes, there. Chaturanga Dandasana, high to low push-up. Upward facing dog, you can. Downward facing dog. Be a yes, you are a yes. You came here. This is your practice. Left foot goes up, inhale. On your exhale, pull it through, plant it down. Warrior one, left side. Maybe this time just focus on relaxing your face muscles. Like so many fierce warriors in here right now. Beautiful. Keep bending into that front knee. You can. Notice if your front knee is caving in slightly. Press it out towards the pinky toe edge. Yes. Yes. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Full belly expanding breaths. Full releases out. Roll forward, plank pose. Side plank on the right side. Right hand stays down. You're rolling onto the pinky toe edge of your right foot. Check in with your arm here. So make sure your shoulder is stacked right over your wrist crease. And then from there, you can reach your top hand up. Always have the option of dropping your bottom knee down. Yes, and that's perfect. Wherever you are right now is perfect. Don't roll your eyes, like you are perfect, right? Reach your fingers up a little more. Plank pose. Side plank on the left side. Maybe this time lift up your top leg. Keep your lifted foot flexed. As you lift your top leg, lift your hips up a little more. Thank you. Plank pose. Child's pose. Drop your knees down. And so right now, just notice where your thoughts are. Did you lose your breath? Did your thoughts take you somewhere? Did they take you out of this room? And if they did, okay. Use this as an opportunity to reset, refocus, come back home into your body. Downward facing dog. Stay with that breath, that mindful breath. Inhale your right foot up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hip. Yeah, just like that. Stay here or flip your dog. If you flipped over, lift your hips up to the ceiling. Yes. Keep grounding down through that bottom hand. Don't dump into that bottom shoulder. Breath in. Stay on the exhale. One more time, just like that. Inhale. Let it go. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Clear it out. Inhale your left foot up to the ceiling. Bend your knee, open your hip. Keep your foot flexed, yeah. Stay here or flip over. Wild thing. You are welcome to stay just like that. That's perfect. Meet yourself where you are today in this moment, right? Lift your hips up a little more. Hug your belly in. Breath in. Empty all the way out. One more breath in. Let it go. Downward facing dog. Noticing the pieces of you that are beginning to wake up. Your muscles that are firing. The sensations that are building. Look forward. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway up, inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Chair pose, reach up. Chair pose is fun. I thought maybe if I gave it a positive affirmation, you guys would go for it more maybe. No. You have this, yeah? You are a yes, right? Let's just say, you're a yes for this chair pose now. Sit 2 inches lower. Oh, yes, you can. Reach your fingertips up 2 inches higher. Maybe you're reaching up and your arm bones are going back so much that you can't even see them in your peripheral vision anymore. That is a possibility. Be here for it. Forward fold. Halfway up. Inhale. Fold again. Let it all go. Now reach up, chair pose. For real chair pose. Your favorite pose. You're happy about this maybe. Sit down 6 inches. Sit down so low that your tailbone is hovering the floor or your mat. Yeah, and then keep reaching your fingertips up more. Palms are turned in. Your hasta bandhas, your palms are really working here. Every fiber of your being is working. And then sit all the way down lightly for boat pose. Guys, it's attitude. The attitude, guys. Okay, boat pose. here. Keep your feet flexed, like your toes are pulling in towards your face here. Pinch your shoulder blades together. So again, like your collarbone is spreading wide. Like we are opening up your heart here. You can. Low boat, lower down about halfway here. You got this. You can. High boat, lift up. Exhale down halfway. Low boat, you can. High boat, lift up. Rock and roll 2 times up and down your spine. Come into downward facing dog. You got this, September. You can. I'm not lying. Right foot goes up. Keep your foot flexed. Crescent lunge on the right side. Pull your foot through, plant it down. Remember that square shape in your front leg. It's present in this pose as well. You're stacking your front knee over your front ankle bone. You're lifting your back heel up so much that it is stacked over your back toe mounds. From there, begin reaching up. Be here now. Be here in your body in these moments. Or be nowhere, right? Because we can't go over and do the past and the future hasn't happened yet. So just be here. Clasp your hands behind your back now. Let's do a little more heart opening. So your hands are going to be low near your tailbone here, and you're going to lift your sternum, lift your chest up towards the ceiling. Keep bending into that front knee. Stay here. Hug your belly button in and up. Really light up your core. Just a few breaths here. Release your bind, reach up. One more breath in. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. As a community, full inhale. Let it go. One more time. Big breath in. Release it out. Left foot goes up. Crescent lunge, left side. You got this. You can do anything that you just decide that you're willing to try to do, right? Lift your back heel up a little more. And maybe bring a micro bend into that extended leg, that back leg. Right, there's nothing to be gained from locking out that knee. All right, again, bring your hands by your hips and then back, clasp them. Like you're almost like pulling your hands down here, your knuckles down, as you lift your heart up, your chest up. Keep bending into that front leg. Only here for a few breaths. You're going to be feeling this through the fronts of your shoulders, your pecs. Maybe just allow the sensations instead of resisting them. Reach your hands back up. Palms are turning in still. Active through your fingers. Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Jump your feet to your hands. Halfway lift up. What happened to our kitten parachutes? Where was that? Where did that go? Okay, let's do it again. Downward facing dog. All right, I'm going to explain this a little more, right? So one of my teachers told me that hopping to the top of your mat should be like little kittens with big parachutes, like lightly floating down. It's a good visual, right? Sure. All right, look forward. Come up high onto the balls of both of your feet. Bend your knees. Jump your feet to your hands halfway up. Better. Yes. Forward fold. Chair pose. Maybe we reframe how we think about this pose. Like, instead of being like, damn it, we're like, this is an opportunity maybe, right? It's like the pose we like the least is the pose we need the most. Lift the front of your pelvis up slightly as your tailbone descends down. So neutralize your pelvis. It's a really subtle motion, but it makes a big difference so that you're not just dumping into your lower lumbar. Reaching up here. Together, inhale. On your exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Full breath in. On your exhale, twist to your right. Right. Yes, or that right. Whichever right you think is right. That's perfect. Open your arms. From floor to ceiling. You got it. Yes. Palms are turned towards the sidewall. Yes. Here. Beautiful. Endlessly reaching through your fingers. Sit your tail lower than your chest. Lift your chest up. Drop your tail lower. Yes. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Yeah, you can shake it out. Notice if you got a little. Yeah, just shake it out. Halfway up, inhale. Forward fold again. Exhale. Chair pose. Reach up. You're a yes for this chair pose. Sit just as low as you were sitting before. That was like a bar stool chair pose. Maybe like a kid's chair pose. Yeah. You got this. Like a short kid. Like a small child. Like a toddler kid. Not like a grown baby 13-year-old kid. You got it. You can. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. You can. Inhale. Twist to your other side. Your other side. You're perfect. Open your arms. Remember, sit your tail lower than your chest. You got this. Make sure your toes are still pointing on 12 o'clock, yeah? Reach up back through center, chair pose. Forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift up. Exhale, fold. From here, let's take Malasana. Malasana is a low yogi squat. So bring your feet out about hips width distance, maybe a little wider. You can bring your hands to heart center here, but for the sake of opening up our chest, our heart center, open your arms, yes, like your palms are turning out, and allow your elbows now to press your knees out wider, yeah? And you're still sitting up nice and tall. See if you can stack your shoulders over your hips here. You can. You can do this. Plant your hands, step your feet back, plank pose. Always have the option of dropping your knees here. And for that matter, child's pose is always available for you too. Whatever your body needs, like your body's wisdom is something to be listened to. So if your body is like telling you something, listen. Take your water. Take a child's pose, whatever you need. Downward facing dog. Full breath in. Clear it out. Look forward. Jump your feet to your hands. Kitten parachutes. Yes, halfway up. Forward folds. Reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your hips here. Palms are turned like they're facing the front of the room. Yes, beautiful. Feet are hips width distance. Make sure your big toes are on 12 o'clock. Yeah? I know. Close your eyes. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Maybe feel the texture of your yoga mat. Notice that as you're standing here pressing down into the earth is rebounding that energy right back up into you. It's supporting you. You're being supported at all times. We never really think about that, do we? Bring a micro bend into your knees. Lift the front of your pelvis up slightly as your tailbone descends down towards the earth. A very subtle motion here. Pull your belly button in and up. Yes. Hug in your lower ribs. Yes, hug them in. Yeah, you got it. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Pull them back and down. Slightly tuck your chin under as the crown of your head reaches towards the ceiling. This is your true north alignment. You can bring this level of mindfulness into every single yoga posture that you do in your practice. Open your eyes. Still focusing on your breath here. Just try it on. See if you can stay that tuned into yourself, into your body, throughout maybe the next two postures. Dancer's pose on the right side. So we're heart opening, right? So come up onto the ball of your right foot. Reach your hand so you're grabbing the inside of your ankle. Make sure you're hugging your knee in here, right? We're always squeezing into our center line. Reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And then begin hinging from your hips. Yes, lifting that lifted foot up towards the ceiling. Keep your foot flexed. Yes, noticing how that feels. But first you have to ground down, right, through your standing foot. You have to get this like solid foundation going. So if you need to come out of it, set yourself up, set your foundation up, and then come back into it. Maybe instead of reaching your hand forward, you're reaching your hand up and back slightly, yes. Noticing how that might feel a little different in your body. Release your foot, but do not drop it down to the earth. Don't drop it down. Virabhadrasana 3. So you're going to reach both hands forward. Keep hinging from your hips. You're going to kick your right foot back. Set your drishti, your focus, to the floor directly below you. You got it. Lift your heel up a little more. Half moon. You're going to drop your left hand down to the earth or a block. You're going to open your right hip up to the side of the room. Reach your right hand up. You can do this. And like if you're unsure, maybe try. Forward folds. No worries, we have one more side to do. Halfway up, inhale. Forward fold, let it go. Let's do that one more time, get back on the same page. Lift up, halfway. Fold over. Reach up, extended mountain pose. Inhale, big belly breath in. Exhale, Tadasana, hands by your hips. Keep going through your true north alignment, right? Start with your feet. Ground down through your feet. Big toes on 12 o'clock. Micro bend in your knees. Neutralize your pelvis. Activate your core. Pinch your shoulder blades together so they're hugging either side of your cervical spine. Set your drishti, your focus, right? But your focus is not just this like physical outward focus. It's also the focal point of your mind. Like the still peace that can be found if you look for it. All right, open your eyes. Dancer's pose, left side. And this is like not like, this does not have to be like an Olympic dancer. This is just like whatever is available to you right now in this moment. It's perfect. You are perfect. You don't need anything more or less in this moment or any moment. Keep that lifted foot flexed. Yeah. Reach your hand up a little more. And now everyone's holding their breath. Release your foot. Don't let it drop down. You got it. Virabhadrasana 3. Reaching both hands forward, hinging from your hips, lifting your left foot up this time. Foot is flexed. Set your drishti to the earth directly below you so you've got a nice long spine. And it's okay to fall and stumble, right? That's fine. We're students. We're practicing yoga, right? It's yoga practice, not yoga perfect. Nothing is perfect. Well, except for each one of you, right? Half moon. You can. Feel the tapas, right? Feel the heat and then be with it. Maybe don't argue with it. Maybe don't resist it. Just notice it. You're a witness to everything happening. You're not being a judge or a jury. You're witnessing. Forward folds. Halfway up. Fold. One more time up. Plank pose. Drishti, focus in between your two thumbs. Downward facing dog. Notice how this downward facing dog might feel a little differently to you now than the few that we did in the beginning of your practice. Drop your knees down to the earth. Camel pose. So you can leave your you can leave your toes tucked under here, or you can plant the tops of your feet down onto the earth. Right, we're opening up your heart center. We're opening up your chest. So you're going to press your hips to the front of the room even before you begin leaning back. You can place your hands on your hips, elbows pointed back, and simply look up. You're in camel pose right here. You can do fullest expression. You can reach all the way back and grab both of your heels. Maybe set your drishti to the back wall. I thought it was a cop. I'm glad we're not in trouble. Now that happened, camel pose. You can. Any version is right for you. Like, and don't look at your neighbor. Don't compare yourself, right? Comparison is the thief of joy. Keep lifting up. You're lifting your heart up, pressing your hips forward. Ujjayi breath. Tuck your chin, sit down onto your heels. Give yourself a moment. Beautiful. Make your way onto your back, however you want. But we are not going for Shavasana yet, guys. Everybody's like, no, we're done. We're done. No. Plant your feet onto your mat. Feet are hips width distance. See if you can bring your ankle bones right underneath your knees so they're in like one line. Yeah. Lift your hips up, bridge pose. You can interlace your hands underneath you and wiggle walk your shoulders so your shoulder blades are pinching together. That's perfect. Set your focus to the ceiling directly above you. Refrain from looking side to side. You've got a lot of pressure on your cervical spine right now. Lift your hips up 2 more inches. Yeah, belly hugged in and stay right here. You can do anything for a few breaths. Lower down. Bridge pose number 2, lift up. From here, option to take wheel pose if you'd like. Bring your hands by your ears. Use your hands as a part of your foundation if you choose. And then lift up for wheel pose. Yes. Yes. Bridge pose is perfect. Yes. Or wheel. Yeah. No, be at play. Beautiful. Keep pressing down through your feet. Keep lifting. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Like you're pressing your chest to the back wall here if you're in wheel. Tuck your chin and come down. Supta Baddha Konasana. Place the soles of your feet together to touch. Knees out wide like a butterfly. Yeah. Place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Arriving home again. Checking back in. Feeling the rise and fall of your belly. Feel your heart beating in your chest. All of your aliveness right now. Extend your legs long. Bring your feet together and actually point your toes. And then bring your hands underneath your hips. Let your elbows be on the earth as well. And press your chest up and let your head fall back for fish pose. Again, like really opening up your heart. Pressing your sternum, pressing the center of your chest towards the ceiling. Tuck your chin and calm down. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Roll it over to the left side of your body, supine twist. keep both of your shoulders firmly grounded down onto the earth. So you might have to untwist a little, and that's fine. That's maybe just a more healthy twist for your spine in this moment. If you'd like a little more action in your twist, you can look over your right shoulder. Switch sides. Left knee in, right leg is long. Roll your left knee over to the right side of your body. Perfect. Still being tuned in to your breath, and maybe even noticing the breath of your neighbor. The breath of your community. Bring it back through center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. Give yourself like a huge hug here. Yeah, huge hug. Bring your forehead in towards your knees even. Super rounding through that spine, yeah. From here, take happy baby. You can grab the outer edges of your feet, or you can sushi wrap your peace fingers around your big toes. Your legs can be straight or your knees can be bent. It's perfect, whatever you choose. Roll from side to side. Kick someone. Yeah. Like a real happy baby, right? You guys are so funny. All right, extend both of your feet up towards the ceiling. Straighten your legs. Micro bend in your knees, though. You can stay just like this. Or you can lift your hips up to the ceiling. Yeah, you got it. Yeah, just like a little inversion here. Yes. And then from there, let's take plow pose. So just drop your feet. Yes, 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 yes. Here. Plow pose. Beautiful. Yes. You got it. Wait, who said they're scared? You got it. Beautiful, beautiful. Slowly lower down, super slow. Do not slingshot any part of your body down to the earth. Slow and controlled, one vertebrae at a time, lowering down. Yeah, lower your feet down. Don't kick the table, I warned you. Yeah. All right, Supta Baddha Konasana, last one. The last pose before the last pose, right? I wanted to read you guys something. Let's see if I can. Close your eyes, check in. We don't have to run anymore. We don't have to hide. We don't have to leave our bodies or wonder what's wrong. We simply need to feel what's there, even if it hurts for a little while. Sometimes we're healing from toxic beliefs, feelings, and attitudes we've accumulated over time. Sometimes there's a message, a lesson to learn, an action to take that will follow naturally if we're only connected with ourselves. And for the sake of Valentine's Day being in just a few days, I wanted to remind you guys all to also pour some of that love that you so generously give other people into yourself. And so right now, I invite you to think of something that you love about yourself. And I invite you to hang on to that thought. Extend your legs. Yeah, take up space. Let your toes fall out wide. Be heavy on your mat. You can turn your palms down or up by your hips, down for a grounding effect or up for a receiving of energy. You can reach your hands up over your head if you'd like. That's my favorite. Savasana.